Alright guys, how you doing? This is part 2 to the last video. Reason being, it dragged on for way too long, so I can't just split it up into 2 videos. So if you haven't seen that video, guys, I'll put a link to that down in the description box. Alright guys, enjoy the video. Make yourself a better future. I'm going to go in to all the things that I've tried in the time that I've been working for myself. Some things have worked really well, other things, not so well. And it's worth bearing in mind, guys, that all these things down here are from my experience. I mean, everybody works at different rates, everyone works at different speeds, everyone's, different at problem solving. Everybody's different, and no two people are the same, so everybody's results are going to be slightly different. You just got to kind of find out what works for you. And this list down below is kind of a reflection of myself and what's worked for me. Is it going to work for you? I don't know. I really don't know, guys. I don't know you. I don't know how you work. I don't know what your work ethics are. I haven't got a clue. So it might work, it might not. So this is kind of from my experience and from my experience only. So jump into it. eBay I'm doing at the moment. It is probably so far, by far the most successful thing that I've done in all the things that I've tried so far. So, I would say to get to the level what I'm doing, you probably, roughly 2 to 4 hours a day, I would say. I mean, that can vary. Some days you only have to do a bit of packaging, sending out items, answer a couple of emails, and you could get away with 1 hour a day. Other days, you've got to reorder inventory, you've got to restock your eBay shop, and you've got to do more. So, it could take you maybe 8 hours that day. It all sort of depends. But I would say on average, 2 to 4 hours a day. So, the pros. It is very, very, very low risk. I mean, you can start off with a really low, you could start off with $5 and you could give this a good shot and see if it's successful, see if it's something that you like doing. So very low risk, very extremely high success rate. I mean, I don't know many people that sell on eBay and it hasn't worked. I mean, the trick is to be able to sell stuff at a decent profit. That is kind of the trick. I mean, selling stuff on eBay, really easy. Making some money, really easy. But to make a really decent profit margin, little bit of skill. Quick returns, you tend to make your money back really quickly, provided you pick the right products. If you pick bad products, obviously you're going to lose your money. Rapid expansion, you can grow really, really, really quick. You can kind of expect to double your money, provided you reinvest all of your profits. You can expect to double your earnings roughly every 3 months. But obviously, if you start taking profits away, it's going to take you longer to grow. And that's pretty much the same with any business. Another pro, really easy to set up. And also with this thing, it's very scalable. You can start off really low. You can start off with $5. I mean, I would recommend you probably start with around about, I don't know, $500 to $1,000, something like that. The more money you put in, the quicker you'll grow. So, all right, so some cons. You need some space. You're going to need a storeroom. You're going to need a garage. You're going to need somewhere where you can keep all your inventory. Secondly, you need to be there. If you go on holiday, if you're not there, you don't get paid. You have to be there. So if my location is here and I'll do my eBay from here, pretty much I have to come to this place every single day to do my postage and to do all that. It can be tricky to be profitable without guidance. I mean, it can be all too easy just to get sucked in, to buy the wrong products, list them on eBay and sell them at a loss. So, startup cost, roughly $100. Just something, I started with $1,200. That's what I started with. And by month 3, I was making around about $2,000 a month profit. By the end of the year, I was making roughly about $6,000 a month. And by the end of year 2, I was making roughly $10,000 a month. Round about now, I'm making over 100 grand a year roughly on eBay. Next thing to try, this is not from my experience. I have not yet done Amazon. I'm looking into doing Amazon now. I'm learning about it. I'm going to start to put this on YouTube and just show you my path of how I learned. So you can see all my failures, see everything where I go wrong. I can see many pros to this over eBay. I can also see many cons. So, we're talking Amazon, we're talking about FBA, Fulfilled by Amazon. This is where you get stuff from China and you get it private labeled, you get your own brand name put on it, and you get it shipped directly to the Amazon warehouse and they do all the shipping for you. So, many pros and cons. First of all, there's more potential to make more money for one person because pretty much they do all the shipping. Your hard work is pretty much getting the first item going. You need to pretty much You need to find the item. You need to you need to talk to your China suppliers. You need to get your packaging designed. You need to talk to artwork people. You need to talk to the people that do the boxes. You need to get that whole lot done. You need to get all that sorted out into one product. You need to then get that product shipped over to Amazon, and then it's a whole lot of work getting your listing made on Amazon, to getting your listing to rank. And it really is a lot of work to get an item from like an idea to your head, to even finding the item, to getting it on Amazon and making money. So initially, a lot of work, really a lot of work. On eBay, you can probably get your item 1 hour's work. You can have an item on there and you can see if it works or not. On Amazon, I would say days, if not weeks, to get your first product on there. But once it's on there, because Amazon do all your shipping, it's going to be a lot easier. I mean, most days you're not going to have to even look at the system. Amazon do all your shipping. They deal with all your returns. They deal with most of the messages and emails. So you, for the most part, you haven't got to do anything. It's just when you start running lower stock, you're going to have to get in contact with your Chinaman, get more stuff ordered, get it shipped to Amazon. That's pretty much all you got to do. So, and that sort of brings me down to number 2. It can be done anywhere in the world. As long as you've got your laptop, as long as you've got internet, I could be sitting in Vegas by the pool with my laptop, ordering stock, getting it shipped to anywhere else in the world, any Amazon, anywhere in the world. So that's another big plus point. So actually, back to the first one, potential to make more money for one person. I mean, potential to make money on eBay versus Amazon is probably, I would say, roughly the same. Just if you do it on eBay, it's going to be a lot more work for one person because you've got to do all your shipping every day. So, but obviously you can employ people. There's no limit to the amount of people that you can employ. You can keep scaling this up. You could have 1,000 people employed, all doing packing, all doing shipping for you. On Amazon, the potential to make more money for one person is a lot higher. You can do it by yourself, one-man band. You don't need more people. You can do it anywhere in the world. We spoke about that already. You don't need any storage space. Amazon keep all your inventory. You haven't got to keep any of it for yourself. You don't have to do any of the shipping. Money just keeps coming in all the time, whether you're there or not. You could be on holiday. You could be anywhere in the world. Money doesn't stop coming in. So cons, extremely high risk. The chance for this to work on your first product is extremely low. I mean, I don't know what the average amounts of goes that people need to make their product work, but I'm guessing it's around about 5, 6, 7 products. And if you've got to put $1,000 into each product, I mean, you could be $10,000 in and still have no success rate. And you know, at what point do you pull the plug? I mean, how many more thousands do you put into this thing and it doesn't work? I mean, if you're doing eBay and you're making easy money on eBay, you're getting in $6,000 a month, then sure, you can invest a couple of thousand of that into Amazon every month and just give it a shot, because it's easy money, right? But if you've worked hard for your money and it takes, say it takes you a whole month to work, to save up for a couple of $1,000, that's a lot of work just to put into a product, and then it fails. And then month 2, you fail again. Month 3, you fail again. You could be 6 months in and you've wasted your whole entire wages on this thing and it hasn't worked. So definitely very high risk, very low success rate, very high startup. There's lots of initial setting up. I mean, a lot. I've already spoken about some of it, but there's a lot. It's extremely difficult finding potential products. Extremely difficult. That is probably by far the longest thing that's going to take is finding products. You could be spending hours, days, weeks even just to find a decent product. There's so many people doing it. There's so much competition, and everyone's trying to drive the prices down. And to find a profitable product, very difficult. Once you found it, you've hit the money, guys. You can make 30 grand a month on one item, or one, not one item, but one product line. So you could be selling like 10, 20 of the same product every single day. Another one, you have to pay for sponsored listings in order to get your item ranked. So you have to promote your product. You have to sell your product for cheap. To get that item ranked on Amazon, it's going to take a hell of a lot of work, and you're going to have to put a lot of money into it as well. So startup cost, I would say at a minimum $2,000. And if your first product, that's if your first product is, hold on, I'm getting pretty hot. I'm going to turn this heater off. Getting hot in here, guys. Getting warm. So, if your first product's going to be a winner, a couple of $1,000, more than enough. But because that first product is more than likely going to be a failure, I don't know, you could be up to anything up to $10,000 in, and it still doesn't work, and there's still no guarantee. If you're not cut out for it, you could be $100,000 in and not make any money. So definitely the risk a hell of a lot higher than eBay. So the first year you can expect to make anything from zero, you know, to losing all your money to, I don't know, $30,000 a month. And again, sky's the limit. There's no limit how much you can make at this, guys. So, you know, something else worth looking at. My next thing, YouTube. Actually, YouTube I do, and it's probably my favourite way of making money so far. So, starting off with the pros. I mean, actually starting off with how long I spend on this thing. I spend roughly 8 hours a day. I mean, there's all the filming, there's all the editing, then there's all the replying to comments, there's making the thumbnails. It's a lot of work. It might not seem it if I make a 10-minute video and you think to yourself, it's just easy, it's easy money. Yes, it's easy in the way that I love doing it. Doing YouTube videos is my hobby. I sincerely, I love doing it, and I couldn't really not think of a better job. So in that way, it's easy, but very time consuming. I mean, at minimum, I spend roughly 8 hours a day. So, pros, the most fun. I really do enjoy making these videos, guys. I really, 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 really do enjoy this. It's actually, I love cameras, I love filming, I love editing. I just love the whole thing. I love going out with the RC cars. I love the whole lot, guys. I just love it. So that by far is the biggest pro. Like, I actually really enjoy doing it so much. eBay, you know, I wouldn't say I enjoy it, but it's a lot better than having a 9 to 5 job, you know, and it is very rewarding, but I can't say it is actually fun, you know, not in the way of like YouTube where we're blowing stuff up and we're out playing with the RC cars, we're having a laugh. It's just excitement. Again, you can do it anywhere in the world. There's no set location. You can travel the world. You can go from anywhere. As long as you've got your internet, as long as you've got your laptop, as long as you've got your camera with you, you can do it anywhere. There's no shipping, no dealing with customers. Customers can be a bit of a pain in the butt from time to time. You don't get any of that. Money comes in whether you're there or not. I mean, obviously, you've got to keep pumping out videos. If you stop putting videos up, then your earnings are going to keep coming down and down and down. But by all means, you could go on holiday for a week and your earnings probably won't be affected that badly. Extremely low startup costs. Literally, as long as you've got a cell phone, you can do everything on there. You can video with it, you can edit on it, you can upload straight to YouTube with it. So, startup cost, guys, is probably going to cost you nothing at all as long as you've got something like this. Risk-wise, nothing really. You're risking a bit of time, but if you enjoy doing it and you're having fun in the process, you're not really risking anything. So cons, it can take a hell of a long time. If you're doing it for the money, guys, forget it. I would walk away. I mean, the only reason that I could stick with YouTube is because it's so much fun. I just enjoy doing it. I mean, the money's a bonus. I mean, my intention of YouTube to start with, I mean, obviously I wanted to make a little bit of extra income, but I've done it for the fun of it. Even if YouTube didn't pay me a penny, I would still be doing it. I mean, I probably wouldn't be pushing it every day. I'd probably be only making a couple of videos a week. But because it pays the bills, guys, that's why I'm giving all my time to YouTube now, because I'm having fun doing it and it's paying all my bills for the most part. So, yeah, definitely, it can take a hell of a long time to get the ball rolling. You're going to make way less money than anything else to start with. I mean, way less. I mean, first month, I made, I can't remember, $5, if that. Second month, almost nothing. We're going to go into that in a minute. Another con, most people, 99% of people fail to make any sort of decent money. When you go on YouTube and you see all the big YouTubers making a lot of money, they're the ones that you see. All the people that are making no money on YouTube and are getting no views, they're sort of hidden right down the bottom of the pile and you never see them. So just try it on YouTube, guys. Type in a search. You'll see come up at the top, you'll see all the search results of people getting loads of views. But if you select like by date with like the newest first and just scroll down, you'll see that most of the videos are getting no views at all or very low views. So I would say out of everybody doing YouTube, probably under 1% are successful. So if you're not doing it for the fun of it, guys, definitely I wouldn't bother at all. You have to make a video pretty much every day, including weekends. If you want to be successful, you've got to be consistent. You've got to upload every single day. I've got 2 YouTube channels. I upload to this one almost every single day, sometimes twice a day. And I've got another channel, Kev's Hacks, which I want to upload to every day, but I just haven't got the time. And because this channel is a lot more fun for me, this is why this channel gets more attention. Another con, some people don't like talking to the camera. It's not really that much of a con. I don't mind now. When I first started, I was really shy. If you look back at some of my early videos, you'll see that I was sort of sitting there. It's like, all right, guys, how you doing? And I cringe really bad when I see those videos. But you got to start somewhere, and you get more comfortable as you do it. And also, there's plenty of channels out there. You know, look at Mr. Gear, for example, or Chris Fix. They don't show their face on camera, and they're very successful. Another con, you've got to learn to edit, and you've got to learn to film a little bit. Not really a con, because if it's your hobby, then it's something that you want to do anyway. So, looking at the money, startup cost, pretty much zero as long as you've got a cell phone. I've spent quite a lot on my YouTube channel. I've bought a dedicated editing PC. I've bought multiple cameras. I've built a studio downstairs. All my RC cars are for my channel. So I've probably spent about the same on my YouTube as I've made. I'm probably breaking even. But you don't have to. You could spend nothing. You could really spend nothing, and just as long as you've got something interesting to film, as long as you can bring entertainment to people, or you can teach people something, give people some sort of a value, they're going to watch. This is purely based on me. Everybody's got different success rates. I know channels that have started and they're making $10,000 a month profit by sort of month 4. Other people have been doing it for 10 years and they're making $5 a month. So it can vary so greatly here, guys. So this is kind of by my experience. And I would kind of say I'm probably somewhere in the middle, I would say. Startup cost, you can start with zero. So 3 months in, I was making $3 a month. 6 months in, I was making $10 a month. 1 year in, I was making $100 a month. So can you imagine, guys, if you're not enjoying doing this, if you're just doing it as a business only, could you really picture yourself sitting there at a PC 1 year in, doing this every single day, and you're not enjoying it, and you're only getting $100 a month? I mean, what does that work out a day? Like, barely nothing. So it's got to be a hobby, guys. It has to be fun. If it's not fun, if it's not your hobby, forget it, guys. 18 months in is when it actually started to become worth doing. I was making $2,000 a month 18 months in, guys. And from that kind of point on, it was going up and up and up. And now, 2 years in, I'm making roughly $5,000 a month. And it's going up every month. So now, guys, by all means now, it's worth doing. Even if I didn't enjoy doing it, I probably would still do it for the money until I find something better. But I know I keep going on about it. Only do YouTube if you actually enjoy doing it, because you're going to end up... Because I've done other channels. I've done other channels before, because all I've done is thought about the money, but I didn't enjoy making the content, and those channels failed very early on. So definitely, guys, if you're going to start on YouTube, base it around something that you already enjoy doing it. Make sure that you enjoy videoing. Make sure that you enjoy editing. Make sure that you enjoy the whole gaboozle. Alright, so enough about YouTube. Next, physical shop. How long's this video? It's only supposed to be a quick one. Oh my god, half an hour already. Another long video. So, physical shop, I'm going to get a bit quicker now, guys. So, physical shop, I had a model shop selling RC cars. 12 hours a day, probably, you've got to put into this thing. A lot of hours. I mean, it's not just 8 hours that you open, it's all the after hours when you're restocking and you're dealing with like sales reps and all that sort of stuff. So probably 12 hours a day. Pros, you're not relying on another platform. I mean, I've heard of people getting banned on eBay. It's very rare. I mean, if people get banned, it's because they're selling counterfeit stuff, and it's because of reasons like that. It's because they're not abiding by the rules. So pretty much, even if you've got your own website, guys, you shouldn't be doing anything illegal. But still, it's your own platform. You're in control. No one can kick you off. It's yours. You get passing customers. People walking past your shop, they can just come in and that's it. You got instant customers. It's nice meeting people. It's nice chatting to people face to face. I mean, if you're working online, you can get a bit lonely from time to time if you're doing it by yourself. So cons, extremely high startup cost. You need a premises. Health and safety, a lot of business laws. You've got to be there. Set opening hours. You've got to be there 9 till 5, whatever your hours are. Angry customers can come in. Happens quite often. You have to deal with shoplifters. You're unlikely to make much profit. I mean, I was anyway. You can't do it alongside a regular job. All these other things that I talk about, you can do it alongside a regular job. How much can you make? Well, startup cost, I put about 100 grand in. I was making a loss from day one. It was costing me more to have the doors open than what I was making. I've done it for about a year. It wasn't worth it in my case. I'm not saying it's not doable. From my experience, waste of time. Next, affiliate marketing. Pros. Easy money when you can get it to work, but that's the key, getting it to work. I've been very hit and miss with it. I've had a few that worked. For the most part, it hasn't worked. Very, very hit and miss. You can make a lot of money. You can make a hell of a lot of money. You can make millions. Again, only if you can get it to work. So the cons, very, very hard to be successful. It's not passive. People keep telling you it's passive, but it really isn't. You've got to keep tweaking. You've got to keep adjusting. There's a lot of work. It really is a lot of work, guys. Definitely not passive. But you can do it anywhere in the world. I found it extremely boring. That's why I'm not doing much with it. I'm just not enjoying it. And you get too many people trying to promote the same sort of stuff. So there's a lot of competition. Startup cost, pretty much zero. I make roughly $100 a month, give or take. It all depends what I'm promoting. I mean, at the moment, I'm probably making a lot less, $10, $20 a month. But other times I've been making sort of $3,000, $4,000 a month. So it all kind of depends, it all kind of varies. But the only time I've started to become a little bit more successful with this is when I was doing YouTube, and I can promote a few products, in my YouTube descriptions. Next, online store. Like a Shopify store or your own dedicated online store. Again, well, if it's Shopify, it's not your own platform, but if it's your own, say you do a WordPress shop or any other online e-commerce, I don't even know how you say it, shop. You own your own platform again. Again, no one like eBay is a middleman. No one can kick you off. It's your own platform. It's more expensive than doing eBay to start with because you've got to pay someone to get your shop built. That should be in the cons, really, that one. Another pro, you don't have to follow any rules. You're in charge. You can do pretty much what you like. There's no one in charge telling you what you've got to put in your, in eBay, you've got listing policies. You've got to stick to their rules. If you don't, then you can get your listings taken down. If you keep breaking the rules, you're going to get your account shut down. If it's your own website, guys, you make your own rules. Cons, extremely hard to get noticed. I mean, if you haven't got a social following, it's near enough impossible to get noticed. I know so many people that have set up online stores, no one even comes. So you've got to do all the SEO, you've probably got to do paid ads, and it's going to take you a hell of a long time for people to start coming onto your store, and it's going to cost you a lot of money as well. Very expensive to set up. You pretty much got to get a website built. Very expensive. You need a storeroom, so the same with eBay, you need somewhere where you've got to keep all your stuff. Again, you need to be there. When you go on holiday, no money comes in because you're not there. Very high startup cost. You'll probably fail. I'm not going to, probably you're going to fail. So, startup cost, probably $5,000 for a website. By the way, the reason I'm talking dollars, guys, is because most of my audience are dollars, American, and talk about dollars. Probably only around about 5% of my audience are English. So that is why I'll talk dollars, just so I can be the most relatable to the most of my audience. And you're going to need about $50,000 on inventory. Again, this is going to change depending on what you do. I've not done this yet, guys. It's something I've looked at in the past. I've not done it, so haven't really got any experience there. Online courses, like the course that I do, like my eBay course. So, it takes roughly about 0 to 16 hours a day. So, I was spending about 16 hours a day when I was making the course, and it took me a few weeks to make it. Now that the course is done, some days are 0, but I'm always adding to it. So, I would probably say on average, half an hour a day to an hour a day. So, the pros, you make the course once, you can sell it over and over and over and over. Again, you can do it anywhere in the world, as long as you've got your laptop, as long as you've got your webcam, as long as you've got internet connection, you can do it anywhere in the world. Almost 0 startup cost. So the cons, you need a YouTube following. If you haven't got, or some sort of a social media following. If you haven't got any following, you're not going to make any sales. Simple as that. It's a lot of work up front. It took me hours and hours and hours to get this thing up and running. So, hell of a lot of work up front. The more people that start joining, the more people you've got to deal with. I mean, I've got to keep looking over people's listings. I've got to, I'm not complaining. It's all part of the business. But obviously, as more people start joining the course, you're going to have a lot more work, a lot more sort of admin work behind the scenes. So that's maybe another little con. So startup cost 0. On average, it's making me roughly about £4,000 a month. Next, cryptocurrencies. I want to keep it short, guys. It's a gamble. If you want to do it for a bit of fun, by all means, buy some crypto, trade a bit of crypto. I'm not an expert. I'll do a bit of mining. I'll do a little bit of buying and selling. I'll try and buy when they're low. I'll try and sell when it's high. It's just a gamble at the end of the day, guys. I wouldn't see crypto as a sustainable business at all. I'll just see it as a little bit of fun. If you make some money, fine. If you lose money, it was kind of expected. Last but not least, I had a welding shop. I had a workshop on a farm. I had welders, milling machines, lathes. I'm not going to go too deeply into it. But end of the day, welding for me used to be a hobby. I used to enjoy making things. I used to love it. And when I made it a job, I started not enjoying it. My health suffered. I was breathing in all the smoke and the fumes. I had dermatitis. My hands were getting all messed up. And it wasn't doing my health any good. I'd done my back in lifting heavy weights all the time. And I just didn't enjoy it. So I'm not going to really talk too much more about that. So, what would I recommend you do? If you enjoy your job, if you love what you're doing, you're happy in the position that you are, then stick with your job. But if you've got dreams, you've got ambitions, you've got drive, you want to better yourself, then definitely, guys, working for yourself is the way to go. It just brings so much reward. I've never been happier in my life. I've got dreams that I'm working towards. I can see them getting closer every single day. So what do I recommend for a complete newbie to do first? I would say if you're serious about quitting your job, I would say eBay. I mean, for the simple reason it's the most likely you're going to succeed. It's the easiest one to learn, and you can do it alongside your regular job. And once that starts picking up and you're making more and more money, then you can quit your regular job. And definitely, guys, 100%, if you're a newbie, eBay. I mean, YouTube, also very newbie friendly, but it can take you a lot longer to get going. So if you're happy with your job, but you want to maybe get out of it in the long run, then maybe do YouTube. Make a YouTube video every evening and just see where it goes. But if you want to get out of work as quickly as possible, guys, definitely 100% eBay. Although it's easy listing stuff on eBay, the difficult part is selling stuff at a profit. I mean, when I first started, I did waste quite a few thousands just trying products that didn't work and just selling stuff too cheap and not really making any profit at all. And it took me roughly, I'm 4 years in now, and I think I've pretty much perfected it now. And if I started again, knowing what I know now, I would save myself thousands, and I'd also save myself a lot of time. So that's where my eBay course comes in, guys. Have a look in the description, guys. My course is down below. You get 30 days to test drive it. If you don't like it, you get your money back. No questions asked. All I ask is that you do less than 40% of the course. If you do over 40% of the course, no refunds. And pretty much what I'll show you in the course, guys, is right from the beginning of how to set up your business, how to start your eBay account, how to make listings that sell, do the proper photographs, do good listings, good descriptions, and where to source decent products at a decent profit. Because there's a lot of products out there, guys, and a lot of products that won't make you any money at all. With a little bit of guidance into the right direction, guys, there's so many products out there where you can make a killing on, and I'll share all of that in my course, guys. So definitely, guys, if you're serious about quitting your job, guys, check out eBay. The number 2, I would say do Amazon and maybe make your own online course. I would only do that after you become successful at either eBay or YouTube or something else, because with Amazon, very high risk, you could lose all your money. And with the course, if you haven't got a YouTube following, then you're not going to make any sales. And to sum it all up, the crypto, do it just for fun. So, alright, guys, I know this was a long video. I know it really dragged on again. It was supposed to be a 10-minute video. I know it wasn't. So I hope you liked this video, guys. If you did, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, smash the bell button to stay notified. If you want to make a better future for yourself, guys, if you've got dreams, if you've got ambitions, if you suffer with any depression and no self-worth, and you're hating life, and you haven't got any drive, and you need something to do in your life, and some goals to achieve, and something to get out of bed for, definitely, guys, have a look at starting your own business. Have a look at eBay. Check out my course. If it's for you, guys, happy days. If it isn't, no hard feelings. I love seeing you in my channel anyway, commenting on my videos, all that stuff. All right, guys, see you soon.